All right, Kylie, thank you. Well, mastering a second or third language can be a valuable tool for students to be effective and productive business leaders in a global economy. Two of the most widely used languages in the world right now, Mandarin and Arabic. But it's tough to find resources to learn them. That's why the International School of Indiana is partnering with IU's Hamilton Lugar School, a global leader in the study of international affairs and language, to teach kids how to speak Mandarin and Arabic through summer camps. And for more, very pleased to be joined by International School of Indiana Head of School Elizabeth Head and IU Hamilton Lugar School for Global and International Studies Dean Lee Feinstein. And again, welcome to you both to the program.
Thank you, Gary.
These summer camps, brand new, really innovative idea. Elizabeth, I'll start with you. How did the idea for these language summer camps come about?
Well, really, it started with our governor, and the governor has stated that his vision for the state of Indiana is to bring Indiana to the world and the world to Indiana. And therefore, ISI, the International School of Indiana, was also founded on helping students become more globally minded to give back to Indiana for business development. Well, coincidentally, IU has an outstandingly strong program in languages. And when we realized the partnership and collaboration that we could have between the two institutions to support the vision for Indiana, we realized this was a perfect next step for our organizations.
Yeah, and I would assume Indiana University and the Hamilton Lugar School, a perfect partner. Lee, first of all, talk about the school, because it is really in the center of doing some really creative and global, things on a global scale. Give us a quick thumbnail of the school. Whoop, Lee, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. A quick thumbnail of the school on the Hamilton Lugar School for Global and International Studies, really making an impact on a global scale.
Well, thanks so much. We're so happy to have a partnership with the International School, and the IU Hamilton Lugar School, named after Dick Lugar and Lee Hamilton, has really emerged as one of the nation's largest international affairs schools. And like the International School of Indiana, we teach more than 70 languages, which we think is the most in the nation. And it builds on this long tradition. And one of the things that our two schools have in common is Dick Lugar, who was central to the concept that led to the founding of ISI, and also obviously very much at the center of the founding of our school.
Okay, these summer camps, this collaboration between your two organizations, Lee, these students, these young people are really going to get the benefit of access to the great talent, the teachers at IU. Talk about how it's going to work.
Yeah, for sure. So most of the folks who will be camp counselors and teachers are people we work with all year round on campus in Bloomington. So for the older students, they'll get a little bit of a taste of what it might be like to, the older campers, I should say, what it's like to be on a university campus and learn a language. And for the younger ones, we hope that this will be a first positive experience. And one of the things we try to do is import into the camp some of the things we learn on campus, which is that the best way to learn a language is to live it. So it's camp, it's not school, so we want them to learn through different activities, cooking, music, sports, and this way they can really have a great positive exposure to a different culture and different languages.
And Elizabeth, the languages that will be focused on Mandarin and Arabic, why those two languages? I know there's a business connection as well.
There is. Indiana has been looking at how to continue to attract talent from around the world, how to attract foreign investment. And we know that part of that is helping professionals to go into the world that speak these languages. Mandarin and Arabic in particular have a very strong business focus right now all around the world, some of the fastest growing languages right now to be spoken. So we knew these would be key for helping our students either go on to IU or go into the world in the business community. And as Lee mentioned, we're actually going to be offering this from pre-K students all the way up through grade 12 in a very friendly, fun environment, but a great way to be exposed to these essential languages.
And Elizabeth, as I understand, you're going to be offering scholarships as well.
We are, due to the generosity of IU and some grant dollars that they have been able to apply toward teachers' salaries, where ISI is now able to offer over 30 scholarships to students from families of all different financial needs, so that families who normally wouldn't participate in a summer camp like this will now have the opportunity to participate. In fact, if anyone would like to go to www.isind.org, that's isind.org, right on the main page, you'll see the sign up for the summer camps.
Very good. And Lee, I know you're very excited about the opportunity to be able to offer these scholarships to really broaden the access to the camps.
Oh, thanks so much. And thanks, Elizabeth. You know, it's so important that young people get an early and positive exposure to learning languages. And we've been able to do this thanks to the great work of Senator Young and our entire congressional delegation, and of course our faculty, who have led to really generous contributions by the Department of Education that's allowing us to support our teachers in providing this opportunity for our state.
All right, some foreign language, international language summer camps this summer here in Indianapolis. Elizabeth Head, the head of school at the International School of Indiana, also Lee Feinstein from IU's Hamilton Luger School for Global and International Studies. Thank you both. We look forward to following the story.
Thank you, Gary.